Control Z, Control Z. I have a panic attack over here. I need to go put my makeup on, ready for identity stream. Yes! How much longer until you guys do that? Want to watch that. I used to love the place, and I grew up and realized how much of a dive it was. 30 minutes? Alright, cool. Thank you for letting me know.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
What's you been up to?
Not much.
Not much.
Nah, not much.
Take it easy. Even though Beach has been dragging you out of your bed.
Nah, he's not. I was only joking.
I know. I didn't think you'd be picking up on work though so soon.
Just got a banging headache, that's all. Can't get rid of it. I don't know if it's called kids.
Probably. I'm assuming. You just got back home, didn't you?
Where from?
Well, I mean, like, no. Didn't you just get home from the hospital kind of like yesterday or something?
Oh, yeah, Sunday. Got home Sunday.
Oh, well, So I
Yeah.
said, maybe it is kids, but I've been home for a while, so.
Yeah, just got to chill out at the moment, that's all. Yeah, Flash, I'm knackered. I only did 7 hours earlier.
You've been putting in the hours every day. Pretty crazy.
Hello.
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 Hey guys.
Hey, mate.
How is it going?
So you are alive.
Yeah, barely.
It's gonna be a lot less busy tomorrow. You say
Probably.
that every day. No, you say that every day.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right.
I should be able to spend some time in the chat or whatever. Then you're gone.
Yeah, just a lot of customer service really. But it'll get better eventually.
Better. Actually, I mean, with the upcoming release, might not. And good luck with that.
Yeah. So check with Sean. I don't know. He said he's super busy, so he probably won't be able to show up. But I haven't checked with John yet. I'm just gonna run real quick. 1 sec.
So take it you're still doing the apartments.
Yeah, I'm doing the apartment, but I'm not gonna do what I was doing earlier because that's just boring.
Is it like not really essential or?
Oh no, it's very essential.
Well, I figured, but I don't know.
But the thing I need
know
to
you
do
always think-
is also needed, really. Not that many people that have got the 2-bed luxuries or the penthouse, but you know, it's still been nice to have them in.
Yeah.
Yo.
So
Yes.
wondering.
Yeah, he has like 80 things going at once. He's got his hands full. He might be able to, but we'll see. He's trying to finish up a task for later today.
Right, okay.
Oh, Beach, that's my mic quality now.
It's not too bad.
I sound like all in a fishbowl, like you say.
It's a bit better now. Are you out of the car?
I'm actually in the car. If you
Oh.
couldn't tell, that's actually pretty awesome that you couldn't tell. I just got some new earbuds. Some good ones too, hopefully. I don't know how great the mic quality is. It's not like I can tell.
I gotcha. Cool.
It's like with what you were doing earlier, is that done with the other apartments, do you know?
Ooh, I can ask when we're ready to go, actually. I'll probably talk a bit about that.
Did he leave or something?
What's that? No, sorry, I was just telling my daughter to go away and go to bed. I'd come down to try and apologise for making a noise.
Is it 9 o'clock over there, I think?
Yeah, you know, and it's like
wow.
you go up there and they're like, stop messing around, you know. And then I go back up there 5 minutes later. You did it again, you're going to lose all your privileges and stuff like that. And then I go back up there 5 minutes later and they're still fucking around. So yeah, that's it. And I was just coming down, trying to creep.
Kids will be kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember the nights trying to stay up late to play my Game Boy.
To play your Game Boy?
Game Boy Color, I guess. I think that's the first one I had.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
I did game.
But
Okay.
wait a minute, you're not even that old.
No. Wow. Okay.
You
Yeah.
stayed up. You stayed up to play your Game Boy. You weren't trying to play like Xbox or nothing.
Oh, yeah, well, that was far different. But I remember they didn't have the backlit screen, so you had to buy the flashlight separately. It looked really wonky.
No, I remember that. It was like where you just like hung out from the side and just hovered over the screen.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're 10 seconds till
Oh,
we are
yeah.
gonna be going, which is cool.
Sorry, I just had Sean message me.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
Right. Not that I can talk about what he's talking to me about.
That's fine. Secrets. All right. So we can take a look at this. Is this the penthouse with the balcony?
This is a 2-bed
Oh yeah,
luxury.
2-bedroom. They just both look so good. It's hard to differentiate sometimes.
Let me put on voice activation. If you do hear my wife scream, you probably know why.
It's all good.
It's because she's been murdered upstairs. That's it.
Oh no. But yeah, it is 4 o'clock here in Ottawa land. 9 p.m. where Jade is, and welcome all of you wonderful people for joining in on Thursday's Developer Stream. Today, as you probably have already recognized, we have Jade77. This guy streams so much on his spare time, and he did, I think he had like a 5-6 hour session earlier today, maybe longer.
7. Yeah, only 7.
Because,
Can you hear me, right?
You're really going at her. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting as of late. We had Mark on Tuesday, and he showed off some pretty cool graphics. I put them up on Twitter, but I have a full list of them in the Twitch clip directory if you guys want to take a look. We did get to show off some wallpapers with the new Realism engine, which is not something we've done before. It's pretty neat. You could see the tactile like surface when you zoomed in close enough, and the detail is pretty nice. But we also saw some like bike shop logos, and I will throw this in the Twitch chat for you guys. If you want to take a look, scroll to the bottom of the page, and you will see a bunch. More than what was posted on Twitter.
So it
But
would help if
recently
I
we-
had Discord on voice activation as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Recently we had Marvin's spray paint canisters go up. Antoine did some locks, and Philippe's hot dog stand. So that's pretty cool. Regarding the hot dog stand, that's not actually interactable as far as I know, but they might add in an NPC later that'll just sell hot dogs for you in front of it. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, Jade's just been really hammering out these apartments and doing the final few things required. And I wanted to ask Jade, earlier today when all of the walls were different colors, what exactly was that process? What were you in the process of doing?
That is sorting out the material IDs.
Okay, I think I've asked you this before actually. I apologize if I'm repeating myself.
So I've just got to give Sean some details quickly.
No problem, I can.
He's just giving me the Steam build, so.
Ooh.
Ooh, Town Square!
Yeah, some of the boys in the office today were testing out certain features of Town Square. It's cool to see people playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of improvement there in terms of the Steam builds and things like that. What else did I want to say?
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to explain that a bit better? 'Cause now that I know
Yes,
Sean's typing.
sure.
Right. So let me just turn it on so you guys can actually see it. So obviously you can see loads of different colours. Now it doesn't matter that there's multiple yellows or multiple blues and reds, etc., etc. The main thing that I need, or the engine needs, is a material ID. So even though all of these are different colours, or the same colours as whatever, these two floors are the same colour, that might be called floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, floor 3. And what happens is in the engine, when you go to select that part to decorate it, it will give the material ID. So you'll select that material on this floor, for example, and then add what material you want. So you might want to put a wooden floor down in here, like what you saw in the trailer. And that's how it works. It's very clever. Yeah, I mean, I know people will be going crazy, like, why is it that colour? I'm like, well, it's not going to be this colour in game, you know.
Yeah, so, yeah, the material ID thing does seem, I mean, it's just cool to see these different colors, I guess, highlight the different selectable areas and things like that. Also, just want to ask about the 2-bedroom. This is the 2-bedroom luxury, correct?
This is a 2-bed luxury, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that hallway. That's part of the entire thing?
Oh, the bit at the back, that's going to be where the guys will get out of, like, the...
Okay.
They'll come out of the elevator and then they'll walk down here. These will all have doors on them and stuff. And then they'll walk
Awesome.
to there. This is for Town Square. So roughly everyone's going to be going to the same door in Town Square. But eventually, I think John was saying about having multiple apartments on a floor, for example.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Right, hang on. I'm just... Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to do stuff for Sean as well because he's...
No, it's fine,
He's,
man.
does he know it's me streaming tonight?
Yes.
He does, okay. Because he's saying, could you, obviously because his computer or something, I don't know.
It's all good, but yeah, it's really coming along. Lots of stuff been going on in the office today. Just everyone is in full, I don't even know how to describe it, just a lot of work has been just really going. Oh, I'm just so tired today, so I apologize if I seem a little slower than usual. A lot of customer support today for me myself, many questions to answer, but I'm always glad to try and answer questions where I can for you guys and convey things to the devs. Yeah. Regarding Sean and John, I totally forgot if I mentioned this already, but Sean's doing a bunch of stuff with files right now, and he said it's unlikely he'll be able to show up later. I mean, he's working with Jade right now in a private conversation, so
Yeah.
there's that. And John told me he's like doing 80 different things at once right now. He's got a bunch of stuff on his plate, so he'll try and come on if he can. If not, it's all right. He'll be working on tasks for the task tracker. Most of you probably know this already, but the Module 1 page has been updated to include progress bars for all of the stuff that we're doing. I'll throw that into the chat, although most of you are probably familiar with it. Basically, when all of those bars are filled 100% with green, we can throw it up on Steam, and that's super exciting because there's been progress pretty much every weekday so far, and that's awesome. They try to get it updated before the end of every work shift. We're here in the office for another hour, so around an hour from now, we'll probably see it get updated. Yeah, shoot, there's something else I was going to mention too. But yeah, one of the tasks actually that has been worked on in the Discord, Motown had pinned a while back some description stuff for the art side. And I think one of the tasks that they're working on right now is underneath technical art. Let me just double check. Renaming shooter game to identity. That one is going to take not too long if it works well, but when you're changing file names within development, it can get a little messy. You have to be careful not to miss out on any name changes or things won't compile correctly. So I think he's been working on that. And yeah. But if the devs can't show up, I'll definitely try my best to convey your questions to them, and I'll try and answer anything that I can currently. Because in that directory I linked earlier, we do have a bunch of answers to previously asked questions. One of the most recent clips I've been giving out is one of John discussing how you'll be able to link your Steam account to your identity account. Basically, when Module 1 is up, you'll be able to log into your identity account on our website, and there will be a button, something akin to like a claim Steam key or link account button, something like that, in which when you click it, you will log into your Steam, and it'll associate your Steam account with your identity account, and you will unlock your Steam key. At that point, you can hop onto Steam and claim, we'll just claim it and download Town Square. Oh, I always fail at pronouncing your name. I apologize. But to the person asking about how long it'll take after all of the tasks are up, let me summon the appropriate clip. Basically, there is like an approval process it does. The amount of time it takes seems to be variable, but I will get you exactly. John said in a moment. When all task tracker progress bars are filled, what happens? Here you go, I'll put it in a sec. hopefully that link works. If it doesn't, let me know and I will paste it in a different way. Someone asking about the devlog. John literally said to me today, I am not going to sleep until I get the devlog up. So I'm pretty sure today is going to be the day, or he'll be a zombie tomorrow. But yeah, he wanted to get it up like a few days back, but it's been absolutely insane with all the work he's been doing. And being the CEO, he's in charge of so many different aspects of development. He's in conference calls with the art division, with the programming division. He's programming stuff himself, contributing to the task tracker. He had to fix the task tracker thing that when it wasn't updating correctly recently. So he had to do that. Just he's the businessman with the plan, man. He's got a foot in every aspect of this game. So he definitely apologizes for taking a while sometimes, but it's for the better, so we can actually contribute to more tasks because we love seeing progress updates, and I wonder what's going to get updated today. But yeah,
So
the task tracker. Oh, I don't want to cut you off.
that's
What's
right.
up, Jade?
I just thought I'd show my screen quickly.
Okay. Oh man.
That's
I mean,
enough, though.
If
That's
you guys
enough.
were wondering, I have this too on my Steam. You can play it.
Oh, look at that. I'm the first person
will
outside the office.
we will die if we show that on stream early, but it's there.
I'm going to wind Sean up. I'll
Oh,
show it on stream in a sec.
What? Show what on stream?
I'm just
Crazy?
winding Sean up.
Oh my gosh. We'll die, dude.
Oh, no.
Hey, one of our environmental artists just joined the call. Hey, Philippe.
What? Where?
Hey,
I
buddy.
don't know. Hello?
Hello, dude. It's been a while. I've been trying to get you for a stream for the past little while, but you're so darn busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much stuff to do.
That's all right. Yeah, the meme, so to speak, is I've been mispronouncing his name for 6 months, and I'm just gonna keep running with that. It's actually Philip, so that's my fault. But
It's fine. It's fine.
I thought it was Frank.
Yeah, almost.
But yeah, that was a little interesting sneak peek by Jade. I mean, it's just if you've seen the Discord, you've seen developers play the game on the side where you know how Discord shows the game you're playing. That's what it's called currently, Identity Town Square. Any updates of the new website other than the company? Oh yeah, with the card payments, it's actually strange how long it's taking them to get back to us. Usually what happens is when we leave an invoice, like we're calling them, will be transferred and then no one will be there to pick up. They're either insanely busy or something is amiss. It's strange with on their end. It's weird, but we are still waiting on our payment service provider to get back to us to set us up. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate that they're the bottleneck, but it is good to know that we're good to go on our end.
Oh, it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. What did I miss?
I knew this was going to be a pain.
To the person asking about cosmetic items from a server itself or from like a global thing, I'm going, well, if it's a pledge reward, if you happen to have the dozen random outfits claimable reward from the VIP, you'll be able to carry that over to any server you go in, because the way that they want it to work is that if you are ending up paying real money for something, the devs want to make sure that you can actually access that thing in whichever server you happen to be playing with. If we're talking about some sort of like internal market of taking clothing that you buy in one server with in-game money over to another, I'm not too sure. I would want to get that clarified. But I will write it down and see what I can come up with for you. Stream buffered for a second. Sorry about that. Are there different accounts for the website and the forums? Yes, this is actually asked a lot. I even made the mistake when I was first here. The community section of the identity website is handled by Envision Community, which does all the forum stuff. And then everything else on the site is run through like your typical identity account. So if you try to sign in on the forums with your identity account, or vice versa, it won't work. You'll have to make another one. But when you have both of them created, you can go into your identity account. At the top of the page in the right, you'll see your username. You'll click it. You'll be brought to your account details page. There will be a button that says link form account, and you can do that to make things a bit more easier on yourself. But yeah, we need to put a disclaimer somewhere because it is a frequently asked question, and it's an honest mistake many people make. I did it a few times when I was first here. But yes, the forum account is different than your identity account. How long will Town Square be available after it's finished? You will definitely have the ability to, like, we're going to be allowing people to still buy into module access after the new shop is out and after Kusuke, everyone donate to Jay now. You'll play Town Square Review just $20.
$20, a
I've
little
just-
more.
I've
Make
just-
it 2,000.
I
$20
just noticed,
to risk your
obviously, I keep
career?
getting the noise come up. I'm like, is that a donation sound? But I'm not even live. And
Well,
I'm
I
just...
mean, they're,
Cheers,
making
guys. Thank you very much.
Good use of your transitions and things like that.
Yeah,
Um,
bribery.
but Kusuke will have her head chopped off if we did that. Maybe it won't be that bad, but it would be pretty bad. So yeah, back to the thing. Once the new site is up and module 1 is up, when that happens, you'll still be able to purchase module access. So it will be up for at least a while. I have no idea how long, but we don't want to alienate people. We don't want them to not be able to get into module access after they've seen some people play it on YouTube or things like that. So Town Square will definitely be accessible for a good while at the very least. I'm very excited for it. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, particularly apartment customization catches my eye. And I really want to see what people create with the library and the art gallery. When the game is out, will I be able to buy cosmetic stuff from my Steam wallet? Okay, for the modules, I think they're going to be sticking to the identity shop as much as possible. But for the full game, I think you'll be able to use your Steam funds to buy the game and get anything that they have listed on the Steam listing. I think they're just going to stick to the shop for now because it's just more convenient for them. Cyber. Oh jeez, yeah. I don't know what to say about that, but yeah, it has been taking like a lot longer than expected for them to respond to us. It's unusual. But yeah, people asking about the release date. The way the task tracker works is that we moved over to just showing progress for the certain tasks that are involved with finishing it up. We don't really want to give a specific date because a lot of things can happen during game development, especially for smaller teams like us, where unexpected technical issues might arise or just things might happen that change the flow of development temporarily. So we're just kind of going with this more open method of showing you guys what we're currently working on. And when all of those bars are filled, it will be good to go on Steam. Honestly, like, I really like this method better, in my opinion. I almost wish that we did it sooner because it has been recommended for a while to show more of a progress type thing instead of just giving dates. So I'm kind of happy with the direction that they're taking, and I hope that they continue to be more open with the community because it benefits us all to be on the same page, you know?
Yep. That's what they were complaining earlier. So I'll tell you what, why don't we just go back like every other
No.
game, every other game development company, and we'll just keep quiet for right up
the
until
silence
launch.
is
Yeah.
silence is not fun for anyone.
I can't help it. I've got that sort of approach. I'm like, do you know what? Whatever. Let's cut it short then, shall we? And then people will soon complain. I like the idea that we're open. I mean, obviously, when I am working, I know I've had some time off, but when I am working, I'm working a lot. People can get to say, no, it might only be art, but and this is no offense to people like Sohn and the other coders and stuff, but do people really want to sit and watch someone code? I don't know. I mean, that's why I said earlier I can't see people wanting to watch me do the job that I actually do need to do, which is re-export all this stuff on the Penthouse. And people are like, yeah, we love watching that, and I'm like, really? So I don't know.
I mean, not only are you talented, Jade, you have a very good presence and personality on Twitch. Like you're the only member that really takes this as like a serious hobby, so to speak, and it's really nice to see that it complements your work with Identity and you can engage with the community simultaneously. It's really cool.
Oh, thank you.
But to go back to the chat, the module is going to be on Steam. You will be getting the modules from Steam, but in terms of having like a buy now beside module 1 or something like that, we're just going to stick to the shop for the modules. There's one that was going to go alongside that. How many people are working on Identity nowadays? Last time I checked with John, I think it was either this Monday or last Friday. He says we usually hover around the lower 20s, and within the office, do a quick head count, we have
7 or
eight.
something.
Eight including me, and I don't do any coding. So we have web dev, UI guy, we got some programmers, 2D graphic artists, we got Sean being the art director, then we got John being CEO, doing everything pretty much. Well, he has a foot in everything. But really nice to have you on stream today, Jade. I thank you for coming out. It's always nice to see you guys do this stuff for the development stream. And man, did I get a lot of flack earlier this morning for scheduling.
I told him to wind you up.
Really?
I was like, go wind Brandon up.
Yeah, because just for reference for those not in the know, Jay just came out of a surgery a few days ago, and this is his first day back working. And I double checked with him. I'm like, are you sure you're good to go today? And you were like, yeah. And everyone was like, I can't believe you, Beach Ball. You scheduled this poor man to work for an hour in front of hundreds of people, and he just had a heart surgery. I'm like, oh no, is it that bad? Is he not doing well? No.
They were all like, no, he'll take it personally. I'm like, I know he will, but he'll realise it's a joke in a minute.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just like, holy cow, I hope I didn't do something wrong. But
if I wasn't well enough, I mean, I was streaming earlier and I got headaches and crap
after that.
I had like blurred vision and everyone was like, go lay down. I'm like, no, it'll go away in a minute. And it did. But then I get it now and again if I either it's quite weird because if I spend too long away from the PC and then come back and start doing long stints on it, you get the old blurry vision. And it went and I was fine. But no, I'm all right. If I really was that bad, then I obviously wouldn't have streamed,
Good to hear that you are doing good, though. It's really nice to hear that it was successful in helping your condition.
Yeah, well, as you know, it was a success, but at the same time...
It was 100%, but...
Yeah.
An improvement is
a
step in the right direction.
Missing something.
Cool, so Diablo EMT. Hello, I'm a very active RPG player in Arma 3. That's pretty cool. I would like to know if that's possible, if there will be an option to create private servers. For the full game, yes, there will be private servers. The Asylum team knows that some of the best experiences for RP games obviously come from the community themselves. They believe that community servers will be probably more entertaining or more fun or more gravitated towards than some of the official ones. So definitely we'll have that option available. It is for the full game though, so there aren't as many details on it as, say, stuff pertaining to Town Square, but there will definitely be that option after full game launch. We will be using Spatial OS with Google's cloud servers. Due to that, you'll be renting servers. We don't want to scare people with the word renting. It just means that the servers you use will be dynamically allocated with the cloud-based technology, so it's not like a traditional dedicated box. It might be, you know, your one game world server might be several different game world servers, or several different servers handling that one game world. Blah. Technical jargon aside, but you'll still be able to get all the cool features that you would expect from having your own private server in another game. Yeah, I hope you guys are all having a lovely day. It is extremely rainy and dreary out today. The weather's improved in terms of temperature, but it's a wet one. It's always fun bussing home in the rain. Oh. Someone's asking about a console port. This is also a question that we do get pretty frequently. Also want to thank you to the mods for answering questions before me. They're lightning fast. I'm slow as molasses. But just to reiterate, it's something that we will look into in the future after the full game releases. There's nothing we can there's nothing we can promise at this time. However, if the process to get identity on a console isn't that painful, if the licensing and publishing deals involved in that process aren't that difficult, then maybe we can explore that avenue. But for now, we're just really focused on the PC launch. And if we get any more news pertaining to a potential console port, we will let you guys know. For now, we are designing Identity to be pretty controller friendly. As you probably saw in the recent gameplay video for the meth mini game, there's a radial menu. We really like the circular designs for those kind of menus because it works great on both mouse, keyboard, and controller. And I do believe Unreal Engine 4 does have support for things like Xbox controllers and things like that. So we do want to make it controller friendly at the very least for PC. Let me just read that real quick. For Town Square, there won't be any private servers. So you'll basically just pop in on a random one. You can join your friends if you want to join the same server. So you do have some control over where you end up. But in terms of like how many servers they will be, I asked John this kind of recently, I think a week or two ago. I'm just gonna go through my physical notes because I do have pen and paper. I'm one of the final few people on this planet to still write stuff down.
I don't know. You haven't seen Zone. He's been writing
really?
everything. Oh my god, yeah. Even I think it was John was taking a piss out of him the other day.
Wow.
Everything I've done.
That still sticks to that.
Everything I've done, and he was showing me his notes. Hang on, let me see if I can find them. And I was like, "What's this?" He's like, "Oh, it's my notes."
But basically, it was in terms of server size. I think that we're looking at 40 to 50 people per Town Square server.
There we go.
If it turns out that we truly need more, we can add more. But there hasn't been really much more discussion on that.
That was someone trying to decipher the
goodness.
The penthouse. But the funny thing, obviously, I knew what he was doing, and it was just the way he was doing it. And even I think John was taking the mick out of him.
Sorry, Diablo EMT, for Town Square, we're looking at 40 to 50 people per server. For the full game, later down the line, we can do much bigger servers thanks to Spatial OS. The current ratio, or the current range, I should say, that we're looking at for the full game is somewhere between 300 to 500 players. We believe that the golden number lies somewhere in that range, and we will be able to determine what the best number is through testing. Spatial OS even allows us to do even greater server sizes, but it becomes like kind of like the point of diminishing returns, where like if we have too many people on one server, if we went crazy, the entire island would be way too overpopulated, and you wouldn't be able to do any cool things in seclusion. Like if you tried to, produce meth in a secluded area, but the server had like 1 billion people on it, there'd be like so many people running around you, just really wouldn't feel functional. So we do need to find that golden number, and we believe it lies within the 300 to 500 player range. This is for the full game again, just to reiterate. Town Square, just 40 to 50 people per server. Yeah, so many notes to go through. It's crazy. Cool. Oh, and just for those asking, because we did show Mark last Tuesday, he was doing some stuff for computer screens and cash registers and things like that. The menu he completed on stream wasn't actually interactable. It was kind of just a thing for like a blank computer screen. But there will obviously be computers that are interactable in the game, as you've seen in the housing trailer, I do believe, a while ago. Just wanted to clarify that. Cool.
I was hoping I'd have this done by now, and then I could just go on to thingy, but it's proving to be a bit more not difficult, but just time-consuming.
These material IDs, man. Although, what are you doing with this little stick you got here?
This, what I'm doing at the moment, this is UV mapping, but I want to UV map this because this balcony you can't actually change the colours and stuff on, and like the flooring and that for now. Yeah, because obviously you can't go out there. So I was speaking to Sohn today, and I thought, you know what, that's fine. That gives me something to do on the stream tonight, because no one wants to watch someone do what I've been doing all day, because it's not exciting. But yeah, so it's just getting everything right, and then I can take it into Substance Painter. And that's what I was hoping to get done today. I should have just got this ready earlier, but I thought, that's all right, I'll have it done in 5 minutes.
That's all good. These things take time. It's very intricate with lots of different details and things that you gotta really watch out for. I don't know how you learned all this stuff, dude, though. It's just so meticulous.
Persistence. It's having the right mentality. I mean, this is what I've said to other people. You know, if you want to be the best at something, do you just do it like once, twice? Do you, or do you sit there and learn it and until you can like physically think that you're half decent at it? So if you're not willing to put the time and effort in, then do you deserve to be good at it? I mean, obviously, I'm self-taught, but I learned by just going through the pain and just having to constantly just sit there and watch YouTube and stuff. So yeah, it depends. Do you want to be good at it, or stuff like that? Really, I don't know. Not saying I am, but
Diablo EMT, yeah, the website we have with the FAQ is actually severely outdated. It's going to be cleaned up a lot when we get the new site out. If not right when the site goes up, then shortly after, because it's got some old info. The priority with the new site is to have the new shop fully functional with the credit card payment feature, because that's something that we've been talking about for a while, but the information is definitely going to get an overhaul. We need more data entry. But yeah. Oh, and nice for finding out about the game today, dude. It's cool. There hasn't been too much PR yet, because we're going to be doing a lot of that when Town Square's out. I don't want to bring a bunch of people over here just yet, but it's been making the rounds on the rumor mill, which is pretty cool. We got a lot of exposure from that gameplay video up back in February. There's one Facebook group that posted it that got like 1 million views, or like, what the heck? That's crazy.
That's a French lot on it.
I totally forget what the name of it was, but we do have a huge French community. Not official, but like there are a lot of French communities that follow this game. Lots of people in Germany and Costa. Like we have people from all over the globe, like just anxiously watching this game, waiting for it to come out. So it's
What with Germany? I just heard Germany.
Philippe, I totally forgot you were here. You scared me. I mean, just where a lot of the RP communities are strongest seems to be those two regions. I mean, it's nothing to take away from other regions. I'm actually quite new to RP myself. I'm not too sure where the focal points are, but at least for Identity, we have a very strong following from people all over the globe. Yeah. So how have you been, Philippe? I mean, we finally got to post your hot dog stand, which is awesome. That thing has been the bane of your existence for a while, and you finally slayed the demon.
Yeah, not only mine. I learned today. 2 people before me worked on it, and nobody
Really?
finished it. Yeah.
Wow. So for those of you who don't know, Philippe is one of our guys for the environmental art. He is a master of foliage, and he's really good at photogram. You've probably seen some of his hyper-realistic rocks, things like that. But one of the earlier tasks we actually gave him that he had to move on from, because we need environment stuff, was the hot dog stand. So
Yeah.
it's cool to finally have that up. Yeah, just everyone's been ultra busy. Will there be an in-game film movie making tool? Huh, I think I asked if I can't speak today. I asked about camera angle changes once. Don't know if I can summon it right now, but I'll try and get the response for you later, Phantom. Yeah, I know I asked about field of view and things like that, but I don't recall the answer. I'll get back to you. Oh yeah. John and Sean are in John's little office cubicle talking about a bunch of stuff that needs to get done, or just very good at coordinating, and just everyone's busy. Like, John was hovering around all the programmers earlier, helping them out. We're all very, like, just being in this office together is such a blessing, because it just helps a lot with what needs to get done. If people have questions, they're in physical, presence with the big guys, so super helpful. Yeah, just to reiterate, John said he will not go to bed tonight until the devlog is up. So he is ultra super committed to getting that out. He would have gotten out earlier, but it's just been, like, even today when I asked him to get on stream, he said he was literally juggling like 80 things at once. It's like, whoa. Well, he's doing 80 things at once. He's just a lot to do when you're a CEO of a game dev company, of a relatively small indie one at that. Yeah, I'm excited for the devlog. Ooh, 11 p.m. there. Yeah, that's pretty late. Make sure to get some rest when you can.
Why did I model it like that? I don't know.
It's all good.
Remember, I took it apart and then put it back together again. It's connected in 3 places, which is there, there.
Hmm.
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 I'm just trying to think of what else I can get, like, I could share with you guys. Okay, well, here's one interesting thing that's kind of narcissistic, but cool. I found cool. Anyways, so Mark was doing some wallpapers last Tuesday. Showed off some really cool designs. My favorite one was the final one he showed, which was like the orange brown, kind of like fragmented old officey look, which is pretty sick. And one of the ones he did that we didn't show is actually as a beach ball wallpaper, which is hilarious and amazing. It's the best one. And John and I were talking earlier today. We were like, maybe we should make this like exclusive somehow, where only I can hand it out. It's not finalized, of course, but it might look too tacky for anyone to use it realistically. But if it was some sort of exclusive thing, that might get people interested. So currently in the game, there is a beach ball wallpaper. I just don't know how you'll be able to access it.
I want it.
We should make you one, but your profile pictures are always memes. And right now it's 'cause
Yeah.
you're dabbing.
So we need a dabbing one.
Oh, jeez. System requirements. Oh, thank you, Lightbringer. Basically, because of how things can change during development, until we get Town Square, like, really, really, like, almost pretty much out, basically, it'll be hard to say what exactly the game requires as a minimum specification. For recommended, John has discussed what kind of GPU he would like the game to run well on in the past. I'll throw that into the chat for you if you want to hear that discussion. Because he does talk a bit about how powerful the PCs are in the office. But for minimum specs, it's hard to say. I am planning to do an independent study on this. I have an old budget PC I bought off of Kijiji. I threw a GT 1030 in it, and I'm going to see how well it's going to run. Should be a fun experiment. Place your bets if you think it's gonna actually chug or do relatively fine. I'm actually more worried about, like for me, because the computer I got was an i3 2120, and that's an old dual core with hyperthreading, so technically 4 threads, but dual cores are going the way of the dodo.
Ah, good old dual cores.
Philippe over here with like 16, I think.
No, 4
Third.
at the moment on this
Okay.
one. Old school.
Old school.
Old school. I'm too cheap to buy new stuff at
No
the
man,
moment.
it's so expensive to build PCs.
Yeah, I just put one together. It's like almost 3K.
Ugh.
2,869.95.
Jeez, what kind of processor and graphics card you got?
I mean, I could leave the graphics card out because I have a 1080 Ti in this one and could use this one. That's a Threadripper 9020X.
Wow, you have a
CPU.
Threadripper?
I want to buy one. Yeah. 64 gigs of RAM, and that's
64 gigs of RAM? I guess
Yeah.
for
scanning stuff. Yeah.
oops. And for I have to ask you how to pronounce your name later. I'm so sorry, but Thizak J. The clip right after actually is about 4K, so I linked it there for you. Hopefully it answers what you're thinking of. But yeah, so system specs, because we're constantly trying to optimize things and because we're still finalizing Town Square, it is hard to give any concrete things. I'll leave that up to the devs with their extensive testing, what they will be doing. But if you want to pay attention to my little side experiments, by all means, do so. It's going to be interesting for minimum specs. I really wonder how it'll handle for Town Square.
Oh, sorry guys, I was hoping to have all this done.
No, dude, it's fine. Take your time.
I was planning to have all this textured. It's only going to take a little while to texture it. I don't know. Right, where am I?
You're here with us.
I wonder if Town Square's downloaded yet.
I wonder if Town Square's down there.
Hit play.
No.
Let's have
You
a
did.
look. Is it downloaded yet? Oh, it is downloaded. Yeah. I'll play that afterwards. I'm such an ass.
What?
It was like such a tease, Jade. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Crazy guy. That's all good though. Soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't gonna be long. Actually, let's
Ooh,
undo
James
that.
popping into the chat. Thanks again, man. I love seeing my lovely moderators. They do so much work, and I would be nothing without them. And I'm not saying that to flatter them. Literally, like, they taught me so much my first few days here. They still continue to.
Yeah, they're awesome for me and all.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm putting so much emphasis into this, because it's just gonna, people aren't even gonna notice it. Right. Nearly there.
Yeah, just trying to think of what other things I can cover in the meantime. I know Marvin has been putting in a lot of good work recently as well. We've seen some pictures that, there's one in particular I haven't been able to share yet, but it's ridiculous. I think Jade, you've seen it in the Asylum Discord.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. I thought it was real.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was real. I was like, oh, what's he doing that? Why is he showing that?
Yeah, I'll see. He said he still has to work on not the containers, but the actual cleaning pods themselves. But
Yeah.
when that's finished, I'll be posting that. It's just some detergent stuff with a funny name. I blame this generation. You'll know what I mean when you see it.
But it tastes so good.
Oh, they don't. Yeah.
They look like some special sweets that I've been making.
Oh, jeez. So, Philippe, have you been doing any photogrammetry as of late?
Not for the game, but wait.
Just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
I was gonna say he's got to make me some logs yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to get that going.
For the
Maybe.
penthouse.
Wait, where can I post it? I just swap it in the Twitch one. No.
Oh,
I can't
Nightbot
post.
killed you.
What? Are you not a moderator?
I have to mod you.
Mod me. I
Alright.
kick everybody.
No.
Okay, not everybody.
That's my job.
Oh my gosh.
Was you in there earlier? And I was like, everyone was trolling and that, and I was like, I don't care. I just kick and ban people all the time. And all of a sudden, everyone just shut up. I was like, oh, that's good.
Alright, you should be a mod now. And about that question with the connection with guns to specific characters, I don't entirely know how that would work. I know that there is a detective role to help hunt down people that have committed some pretty serious crimes. But in terms of like having your gun stolen, As far as I'm aware, one of the things that you will drop on death are your guns. So you could theoretically just kill somebody and take it from them. I don't know if it'll be like traced back to the original owner though. I'm gonna write that down and I'll see if I can get you an answer in the future.
Right, that's that done, that done, that done. That done, that done. Need you and you together. Let's undo that. You and you.
Do you lose money when you die? If it's cash on hand, then yes, you will. The only thing you won't really lose when you die are your cosmetic items, like anything that you kind of got for your character that makes, you know, that kind of like shows off your quote-unquote identity. I don't want to be cheesy, but anything that really feels like it's a part of you, we don't want you to lose because cosmetics are kind of important for that. But items like weapons, cash, things like that, you will drop on death. So you can use a bank account to keep your money safe. But if you're doing illegal things, you probably won't have, you know, access to like, you know, banking systems for shady things. It'll usually be cash. Do you send recordings of these videos to you? Like, do you archive them? The answer is yes. Basically, they'll be up on Twitch for however long they stay up, and I will put them up unlisted on the Identity RPG channel. I think it's just Identity Game, actually. I kind of forget what our YouTube is called. But I will send you the link where you can find all of the links to the previous VODs. Here you go, Portal. So basically, I'll put anything up there that we stream. And if you want to take a quick look, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but if you scroll down to the very bottom, while there weren't any devs around on May 1st to help answer questions, I did take some Twitch clips of the wallpapers and the bike shop logos that Mark showed off, and some are pretty cool. I'll just throw one in here for fun, because I really like the way this wallpaper turned out. You can check it out how it looks in game. Wallpapers 5. Our Jade's buildings in Town Square, they will be accessible if you have the appropriate pledge reward, which is pretty cool. How it works is everyone will be given an apartment by default to test out the apartment customization features. But if you have a pledge rewarded apartment, you will get that one instead. And then, you know, if you just got one for free in the module, game it will carry over. But in summary, we want people to test it out. So that's really cool what you're doing with the pillar there. Wow.
I'm just sewing it together. It's just easier, and then it'll look better on the thing. On the when I actually come to texture it. But what I want, so now it's not too bad. It's just, ideally, I want the cut there. But not that it's going to make much of a difference because you won't be able to see it where it is. But I'm a finicky bastard, and I'd rather have it done properly first time.
Yeah. Robimus, in the first rollout of the game, what can be done? For Town Square, on its initial launch, you'll be able to access the cinema to watch main movies. You'll be able to create your character. You'll be able to customize your apartments. You'll be able to karaoke, paint pictures and submit them to the art gallery, write books, and submit them to the library, play chess with other players on a game board. There's a lot of just different social interactions and social features that are available. Later down the line, the shooting range in the basement of the police station will open up. Not too sure when that'll happen, but we will have that happen at some point. You'll also be able to eventually play pool. We posted the pool table Antoine did on Twitter a few weeks back, so you can shoot some billiards. That'll be fun. Basically, we're going to be updating Town Square over time just to keep people coming back and checking out what's new. And, you know, also just to add more features so it's more fun and more things you can test out.
Yeah, that pool table was amazing.
It did look really beautiful. It's such a colorful object too. I feel that really helped it pop because usually the furniture pieces and things like that you end up doing, Jade, aren't like they're really realistic looking, but it's not like super colorful. But like
Yeah.
pool tables have to be because of all the different colors of the balls, right?
Don't know
It's
what you're
like
on
bright
about. What about
green.
my pans? They were awesome.
Oh yeah, your pans. That orange was beautiful.
I was so surprised how they come out.
The orange and the black, it was like slick, dude.
But I was shocked. I was like, how can I make pans look good? And I was
I don't know, man.
like, how are these pans good? I don't know. No, it worked. So that's what
It
matters.
worked, dude. It was really good. Do we have any punishment for the one who dies? Oh, okay, so will there be anything to deter people from RDM? If so, we do have the stress system, if that's what you're asking. On official servers, it basically puts people that want to instigate fights at more risk for a few seconds. I can't really put this can't speak today. I can't put this into like a quick summary, so I'm going to go over it real quick. So basically, if you draw your gun, your stress level will be maxed, meaning that you will take the most amount of damage you can. And the people that you're pointing the gun at, they will have their stress level slowly rise. Well, slowly being a matter of seconds, really. But basically, you will not be able to kill anyone out of random easily because of the stress system. It will mitigate some damage. So if you're trying to run somebody over out of random, they will probably ragdoll and you'll hit them, but they won't die because they just got thrown into a combat scenario without them even instigating anything. The whole reason behind the stress system is we want to have some options if you are confronted with something like that. You can turn off the stress system for private servers, that's fine. So everyone will always be super vulnerable. But it'll just help mitigate people from wanting to gun down whenever they see. And there's something else about that. In terms of punishment, if you do end up killing someone, you'll be wanted for murder. There are certain like laws that you can break with an identity, and the governor does have some power over changing them, as well as server admins who have their own private servers. You can determine what is legal and not for some things, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a whole spiel on the stress system that I will actually get you. Here you go.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Oh, I sent you the scanning pictures on Discord.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah, wow. Dude, that ball of dirt or whatever that is, it's amazing looking.
That's forest ground.
It's awesome.
No, forest ground.
Yeah,
Not awesome.
Photogrammetry is such an amazing tool. Good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yam878, is my house or flat a safe zone? Or can someone break in and steal? Actually, yes, we want your apartments and houses and things like that, the personal property that you own, to be a safe haven where you can actually feel safe and not have to be worried about people breaking in or things like that. You can obviously invite people inside, but you won't have to worry about criminals, you know, smashing down your door or things like that. That being said, there are areas within the full game world where criminal activity is more rampant and you will be more vulnerable regardless of what you do, of pulling out a gun or things like that. And then there are other areas in the game where your stress system will be, or your stress level will be at a minimum. And that's basically in areas like your house. And there might be some public areas too. It's been a while since I asked, but basically there are definitely safer areas than others. And just to reiterate, for Town Square, there won't be any sort of like violence or things like that at the very least at the beginning. So you won't have to worry about stress stuff like that. It's more of just a social module. And now module 2, which has the which is dubbed the SWAT module, will have criminals versus SWAT officers, and that's where you'll get a taste of how the combat will function. So that'll be cool. Sorry for being so slow in the chat.
I think that'll do.
Have you ever played PlayStation Home on PS3? I've heard of it and seen videos at the time when it was up.
Is this still a thing?
I think PlayStation Home was taken down a few years ago for PS3, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I do
Let's see.
remember it. Cool to know that it's comparable to Town Square.
Oh yeah, servers are off almost 3 years ago.
Will there be fishing in the full game? Yes, there will be fishing. And holy guacamole, it's 5 o'clock already.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's 10 your time. Yeah, so I guess we will begin to wrap it up. If I didn't get to any of your guys' questions, shout at me on either the forums. You can find Beach Ball under the staff directory. You can find me in the Discord, or just you can whisper the identity channel here. Just find Beach Ball and he will try and get your answers questioned. Yeah, it will try and get your questions answered. Special thanks for Jade for streaming today. It means a lot to have these fine artists come on and show their stuff every Tuesday and Thursday. Also thanks for Philippe for making a cameo appearance, and to the mods for helping out moderate the chat and answering people's questions. That means a lot to me too. They're way faster than I am. So that is about it for today. Don't have anyone scheduled next, but we will see who that will be. Maybe we will get Mark on again, I don't know. But he's been working a lot on his graphic design, so it's always cool to see before and after. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Thursday or early morning Friday, I suppose, depending on time zones. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, cheers guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good one.